So you have to learn the interface of motion. It is pretty simple if you guys are already acquainted with FCPX. Now if you guys open motion, you're going to see this timeline which has already two clips. One is the transition A, another one is the transition B. Transition A is the first clip which you are going to use in FCPX, and transition B is the second clip which you are going to use in the FCPX software. Now in FCPX, whenever you use any kind of transition, you're going to see this gray box, right? So understand this, whatever is there inside of this gray box is there in the timeline here in motion. So whatever happening in this gray box is equal to whatever happening there in motion in this timeline. So this is what is the main foundation of making a transition. So there goes your timeline part, and then the next part, this is the viewer panel, which is of course the same as FCPX, and on the left hand side is the inspector panel. Inspector panel is the same as FCPX. You guys can increase or decrease the scale, rotation, position, etc. And there are other parameters also, such as this, where you are going to put the actual effects on and adjust all the actual effects in these panels. So these are the panels for those particular cases. And then in this panel, you're going to see all the different kinds of effects out there, which you're going to make the transitions on. Say such as glitch transition is based on a bad TV effect. So you have to put the bad TV effect on the main timeline to make the glitch transition. Or something such as an earthquake transition, there's an earthquake effect too. So there are different kinds of filters, different kinds of effects inside this panel, which you have to choose and learn and see whichever suits best to make your transition. And so these are the main things which you must know while knowing the interface of motion. All the other technicalities thing which is there for other kind of uses, they are not mainly used for making transitions. They are made for more complex effects in motion, other kinds of templates in motion. Mainly they are not used for making transitions. So you guys don't have to think of those as of yet. But for transitions only, the main timeline, the viewer panel, the inspector panel and the effects panel are the core important things which you must know. And the rest of the parameters, such as top ones right here or bottom ones right here, are mostly for other kinds of uses, which I'll make a mini course later on.